Have you ever noticed that the people who seem most in control of their lives usually aren't the ones talking the most about their plans? They don't announce every goal before it happens. They don't debate every decision with everyone around them. And they definitely don't walk around telling people exactly what they're about to do next. There's a practical reason for that. Back in the early 1500s, an Italian writer and political advisor named Niccolò Machiavelli spent years studying how people actually gained power, kept it, and eventually lost it. He wasn't writing self-help advice. He was writing observations about human behavior, mostly based on Italian politics at the time. But a lot of what he noticed still holds up today. One idea in particular keeps showing up in modern psychology and business advice, even if people don't credit him for it. Once other people know your plan, you lose some of your control over how it plays out. So today, let's go through 7 practical rules based on that idea. Nothing dramatic here, and just straightforward ways to protect your goals, avoid unnecessary friction, and make decisions a little more strategically. Rule 1, keep your plans to yourself. This one's simple, but people get it backwards all the time. Talking about a goal feels like progress. It's not the same thing. When you tell everyone what you're working on, you open the door to opinions you didn't ask for. Some people will encourage you, some will doubt you, sometimes without meaning to. And every now and then, someone hears your idea and quietly starts working on something similar. None of that helps you, it just adds noise. The alternative is pretty low effort. Let the results speak when they're ready. You don't have to hide your life. Just don't feel obligated to narrate it in real time. Rule 2. Say less than you're tempted. To a lot of us, we're taught that explaining ourselves builds trust. Sometimes it does, but there's a difference between being honest and oversharing your thinking. Every time you explain your full reasoning, your worries, or your next 3 steps, you're handing someone information they didn't need, and information they might use later, intentionally or not. You don't owe an explanation for every choice. You don't have to answer every question fully. Talking less doesn't make you cold or secretive. It just means what you do say tends to carry more weight because you're not diluting it with constant commentary. Rule 3. Don't be easy to predict. If people can guess your next move before you make it, they've already figured out how to respond to it. That's a disadvantage, not a strength. This doesn't mean being random or flaky. That just makes you unreliable. It means not falling into obvious patterns that telegraph what you'll do next. Keep your longer-term plans to yourself, stay flexible about the details, and when the right moment shows up, you'll actually be able to act on it instead of everyone already bracing for it. Rule 4. Let people underestimate you. A lot of people spend real energy trying to prove how capable or smart they are. It's understandable. Nobody likes being overlooked, but it's often not a great use of energy. Here's the thing, when people underestimate you, they tend to relax around you. They talk more freely, they don't see you as competition. Sometimes they even help you without realizing it. You don't need to win every conversation or prove your value in the moment. Put that energy into actually getting the result. The outcome makes the point better than any explanation would. Rule 5. Keep your reactions in check. One of the fastest ways to give away what you're thinking is through your emotions. Frustration, excitement, irritation, whatever it is. Other people read emotional reactions closely, whether they mean to or not, because reactions reveal what matters to you. If you get visibly rattled by something small, people learn exactly which buttons to push. This isn't about suppressing how you feel or pretending to be unbothered all the time. It's about not letting a short-term reaction turn into a decision you can't take back. Staying level-headed just tends to lead to better calls, especially under pressure. Rule 6. Build without the announcement. Real progress usually doesn't happen in public. It happens in the unremarkable stretch of time before anyone's paying attention. Look at almost any successful business, career, or project people admire. and you'll usually find years of unglamorous work behind it, work nobody was watching. The public version of the story always starts later than the real one. Instead of narrating every step as it happens, put that time into actually improving, building the skill, the relationship, the plan. When an opportunity does show up, you'll be ready for it instead of just excited about it. Rule 7. Let your results do the talking. This might be the most useful rule of the 7, mostly because it's the easiest to check yourself on. Saying you're going to start a business, learn a skill, or change something about your life doesn't cost anything. Lots of people say those things, far fewer follow through. The credibility comes later, after the thing actually happens. So instead of explaining the plan in advance, it usually works better to just do the work first and let people notice once there's something to notice. Wrap up. None of this is really about being secretive or manipulative, even though the language around it can sound that way. It's more about protecting your own focus. Every goal takes a limited amount of energy and attention. The fewer outside opinions and distractions you pick up along the way, the easier it is to actually stay on track with what you're doing. Machiavelli's core observation was pretty simple. When you strip away the historical context, people who think before they act tend to hold on to their advantage longer than people who explain everything as they go. That's arguably even more true now in a world where most people share nearly everything about their lives online by default. Choosing not to is one of the few edges left. You don't have to keep everything private. Just don't assume every plan needs an audience before it's finished. Sometimes the most effective thing you can do is just get started quietly. If this was useful, drop a comment with the word focus. And if you're into psychology, strategy, and practical ideas like this one, go ahead and subscribe for more.